Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Blake with another video. We're jumping right into it. This is Hit or Miss Magnificent Mavens. This is the best hits. My my interpretation of top 10 cards. These are the best reprints of the set. There are going to be some honorable mentions I'm gonna announce, but we're going to jump right into it with the first card. I believe that was a great reprint with Triple Tactics Talents. Right now, the prices are sitting around eight, $8 to $9. I I'll probably wait a few days before picking this up, but this is a good reprint if you didn't get it from Megatons last year. But easily, this is gonna be a card you will need in meta because with the Heathen cards activating their effects uh, during your main phase, like if they get milled off, this is gonna be a card you definitely gonna want to have three of. Next card is Change Your Heart. Easily, like right now, it's so cheap. Uh, let's see, we got a couple of reprints. Change Your Heart right now is probably one of the better cards. I would recommend you pick it up. It's a one of that's me. It's something like if you find it in bulk, like probably for $1, $1.50, pick it up. Easy card to pick up. Next card, we're gonna breeze right through this. Harpy Feather Duster, the alternate art. I like this art slightly better. I think the cheapest I've seen this is about $3. My best thing to recommend is like it's just saying with Change of Heart. It's a one of. Pick up like 3 to 4. Pick up a playset plus one. Whatever amount you pick up, always pick up plus one that you have it for in your deck, just to make it easier for yourself. Like once you start picking up the cards, just make sure whatever amount you want to get, you always add one, just to make sure you have one to play in your deck. Next card is Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Easy because this card was reprinted secret that was hard to get. There's reprint that has an ultimate rare, then a ghost rare. Like now we're finally getting a it was what's the word? I'm blanking on the word, but we're getting an easier version of we're getting an easier version of the card to pick up now. An accessible reprint of this card. This card's gonna be good. I mean, there are not a lot of decks that can get over a 3,000 beast stick you know that can gain 1,500 attack or banjo cards. Either way, you definitely gonna want this in your trade binder to have for extras. I would still recommend getting the secret, but I will get the secret for like long term value. But if you just want to pick it up to play, get the ultra version from Magnificent Maven. Right here we have Totally Awesome, Forbidden OCG, but TCG right now unlimited. I definitely picked this up. I think the major thing you're gonna want with this is that this card, the limited edition, I would say I think the Invasion Vengeance version is about $15. This is about $2 to $3. This is cheap. This is really cheap. I would definitely recommend picking up a bunch of copies and just put them in your binder. Because the thing about because at Maximum Gold, this was really cheap. And then it eventually ballooned up in price and it increased. I would definitely recommend picking up a couple playsets to hold off for later. Cat Shark. This needed a reprint. This card hasn't been what? I think the last reprint was back like 70 years. No, the only print that was 70 years ago. Nah, this card needed a reprint. I'm glad. I'm glad it did too because it can be used for. It's weird. It can be used as sprites and tailorless. It says when this card has material as original water cannot be tried by battle. And of course, you definitely want to play this in your deck if you can. This is a good card to play in your deck if you can right here. Definitely recommend picking this up if you can. Golden Match, of course, easily one of the best floodgates I like out there. Yeah, I definitely recommend picking up this one. Like this is right now sitting around $2. It's a little cheaper, but I would definitely recommend picking up this floodgate because Marin says I know it's the best deck that can utilize this card. Locking it into only water it's just GG. Oh, no reason for that. Evenly matched, best staple. I recommend if you can pick this up because it's been reprinted it's been printed 4 times before. This is its fifth reprinted in 5 years because it got reprinted about a year later, and then dual power, and then got reprinted in 2021. My best thing for this is I will, as soon as you see the price hits around $6 to $7 for this card, just start buying them because you're definitely gonna want this to utilize in your deck. But also, these are great trading pieces for people who might want them at a cheaper price. I would definitely recommend picking up a couple places sets of this and putting it in your binder. Next card is Apollosa Bola Goddess. I like this art slightly more than the original art, and now it comes in alternate. It just looks a lot better. It doesn't have the appeal issue with the gold rare. I would recommend picking up about I might want to get a page full of this if I can. I know first edition right now is at about like $3. I would recommend picking up a full place as this card. Just whatever you can do, just get like a whole page, not even place, a whole page. Get about 9 copies, just sit on it. This is a good investment for a couple of years. Appaloosa always comes in and out of metas, like metas where they're both more monster heavy and less spell trap. Like they do have Dark Willow no more, but you can only draw that so many times. But this card right here, it's definitely gonna be wanted in a format that has a lot of monster negates. And my last card, I think people should automatically pick up are Trap Trick Sarah. This was sitting around I think $15, might be a little less now. The TCG price for this version, the ultra rare version, is about $1.83, $2 like $3 at the most. I would recommend if you're a Trap Trick player and you where I sit on a budget, I would definitely pick this up because they already reprinted Kalara this year. And I believe they reprinted another card. This is a good card I would definitely pick up, sit on it. And also, there's always, sometimes this card always randomly spikes up. I would just keep it in your binder as long as you can and then move it as soon as the price balloons up. But that's it. This Mr. Blake's was another video, pretty much. This is like part 1. Be on the lookout for part 2. And part 3 of this. Part 2 is underrated cards. Some cards I didn't talk about. The 2 honorable mentions I did have that are not part of the underrated, but are cards I suggest you should pick up. Is first is Skill Drain, and second is Infinite Impermanence. The reason why I didn't talk about these two at the beginning, this card is actually a card. I think the biggest thing with Skill Drain, because it's already got the reprint, it does make it cheaper. I think right now sitting around $4, like $4 to $5. I would recommend picking this version up just to have a cheaper version. Some people don't like the dual terminal because it looks a little tacky. I disagree, but I would definitely recommend picking up this version if possible. And the other card, if it's a permanent, right now it's sitting about $6. The super rare came out in the structure deck. What is this? The cyber dark cyber style destruction deck. Was it the structure deck cyber strike came out last year? That's me. It hasn't been reprinted in about a year. It's like it came out in Flood 2018. They got reprinted. Dual Power about a year later. Then Dual Overload, then Maximum Gold that same year. Then Tournament Pack. Like if it gets printed as an ultimate rare, I don't even include that as a reprint. It's a reprint, but it's not an accessible reprint. He's been reprinted a lot lately. This is another card I definitely recommend. It's a card that doesn't get hit by talents and or called by the grave. I mean, if you have a card set on your field, if you control no cards, you can activate this card. If you have a card on your field, this kind of gets turned off, but you can always set it, and then to get a whole column or back row column in a sense. But I would definitely recommend playing this card. Like definitely picking this card up. I would say about like how I said was Appaloosa. You probably want to get 9 copies, 3 playsets. In a sense where you're just sitting on it. But those are my two honorable mentions for magnificent Maven cards that are highly rated that I suggest you pick up. Next, I'll be talking about underrated cards that people are overlooking. This is Mr. Blakes with another video. Once again, thank you for watching and have a great day. Peace.